Question 4. Find the range of values of r such that this line does not intersect the curve, this one. Right. So let's look at this. This is a straight line. Y equals to rx plus 4. And we have one curve. This is y equals to x squared minus 4x plus 5. And they do not intersect. So if they do not intersect, you must know the equation would be b squared minus 4ac less than 0. This is if they do not intersect. If they say it intersects at one point, then b squared minus 4ac will equal to 0. If they say it intersects at 2 points, b squared minus c will be more than 0. Okay. So in this case, how to do b squared minus 4ac? The first step is we need to combine both the equations. Right. I'm gonna minimize these two shapes. Okay, put it here. Right. So these equations we need to combine. Okay, let's see. So y equals to x squared minus 4x plus 5 and y equals to rx plus 4. So you can use simultaneous. Since y equals to this and y equals to that, that means this is the y. So you can say rx plus 4 equals to x squared minus 4x plus 5. And then we bring all this the other side. So it will become x squared minus 4x minus rx plus 5 minus 4 equals to 0. Then we simplify this. So x squared, you can say plus negative 4 minus rx. 5 minus 4 is 1. Okay, so this one I try to factorize it so that I get my a, b and c lah. Easier lah later. If you have it in this form, this one also got x, this one also got x, susah a bit. Right. So here, from here we can get our a, b and c. So our a will be 1, our b will be this whole thing, and our c will be 1. Done. Now we just have to put it into the equation. So b squared minus 4ac less than 0. b squared minus 4ac. Expanding this, negative 4 squared is 16. And then 2 times negative 4 is negative 8. Negative 8 times negative r, positive 8r. And then negative r square will be plus r square. And then 4 times 1 times 1 is 4, less than 0. So r square plus 8r plus 12 less than 0. Okay, I did 16 minus 4. Right, so this is a quadratic inequality. Whenever you have quadratic inequality, you have to solve it using the smiley face graph. So you have to draw this. Okay, this graph has no relation to the question. This graph is just to solve the quadratic inequality. Okay, don't get confused. This one memang you have to draw like this, cutting like this. This is to solve the range. Okay, so let's factorize this. A is 1, B is 8, C is 12. So R is negative 6 and R is negative 2. Right. So to show your working, you must put them in the bracket. This will be R plus 6, R plus 2. Alright, now we have to shade. Since this is less than 0, this is our 0, less than 0 must shade here. If they say more than 0, our graph exists here and here, therefore we must shade here and here. Okay, so in this case, our graph exists less than 0. So our range of R will be in between -2 and -6. This will be the range. Okay, because when this whole thing is less than 0, our graph exists this part only. This part all got no graph, but don't have. There's no graph. Okay, so this will be our range of R. Done. This is the answer for the first part. Okay, let's look at the next part. So they say state the values of R such that this line is tangent to the curve, this one. So it's the same straight line and the same curve, just that now it is tangent to the curve. So it's touching the curve at one point. So if it's tangent to the curve, the only difference will be b square minus 4ac more than 0. Equals to 0, because it's touching only at one point. So in this case, this whole part we no need to do again, because the same methods apply. You have to make it into you have to make it into one single equation like this. Okay, you combine both the equation, make it into one equation, and then the only thing that will change is this part. So all this will have to do again. So in this case, I'll use the purple one, b square minus 4ac equals to 0. So -4 minus r square minus 4ac equals 0. So this one will be 16 plus 8r plus r square minus 4 equals 0. Factorizing also, you get the same answer. We get -6 and -2, right? -6, -2. So r is -6, r is -2. Putting into the bracket, it will be r plus 6, r plus 2. So this will be our r values when it is tangent to the curve. When the straight line and the curve are tangents to each other, b square minus 4ac will equal to 0. That's the only difference. Okay, this part applies whenever you want to solve two equations like this. Okay, whenever they say two graphs intersect at one point, or two graphs intersect at 2 points, or two graphs do not intersect, then we have to combine these two equations first, make one equation, and then only you solve your b square minus 4ac.